So we're back finally with another deck rating video, number 8 in the series. And if you want more, as always, drop your decks in the comments. We've gotten a lot less decks recently, so if we want these more decks, we're only having 2 today because we are so low on the decks. But I like keeping this series going. And for the first deck, we got it from Stock Trap. He has the Evo Witch, Hero Knight, Goblin Drill Evo, as well as Berserker Cannon, Barb Barrel, Spear Goblins, and Poison. And he says it's one of his favorite, or their favorite, decks for using Goblin Drill. And then I can either choose the Spirit Empress, which would be a lot more expensive, or the the Mini P.E.K.K.A. for the Berserker. But instead, I chose to go with the Berserker because I feel like if we already have 2 buildings, being the Goblin Drill and the Cannon, and having a Witch, we shouldn't have too much trouble with Beatdown. I feel like Beatdown decks don't really, you don't require that much defense, especially because we have, obviously you require a lot of defense. But since we already have, these cards, it should be fine. Also, we're going to allow 1 connection. I'm not really too worried about that. Having a Goblin Drill out there getting some damage for us back immediately is also nice. And just having 2 mini tanks, I should say, will also allow us. I actually probably should have done this in opposite order. I should have gone Knight defending the Valkyrie, and vice, and then having the Berserker not die to the Valkyrie there. But that is okay. I'm going to poison this just because it's early on and I want to get some free damage on the tower. I'm also going to Cannon here, obviously, just to take out the Hog Rider. That's a pretty easy play there, especially having King Tower activated. It takes out the Hog Rider even quicker, so we don't really even have to have it in the optimal position. And he's immediately going to go with his Wall Breakers, which we're going to counter with Barb Barrel, obviously, allowing us to just, walk away unscathed, go Witch here. That allows us to cycle our Witch. And yeah, having Witch for the counter push is always pretty nice, especially because now we can go for the Witch, or the counter push here with the Goblin Drill. And he has to go for an early Firecracker because the Goblin Drill just tanks for the Witch immediately. Yeah, and he has to defend the Witch and the Goblin Drill, which does a pretty good job of. I don't really. Wow, this is a very all-in attack here. I mean, I guess I did just use all my counters as well. I'm gonna go Spear Goblins up high, try to take out the Firecracker, and also just negate the fact that it could get some more damage on our tower. This is just not a great start, to be honest. I kind of want to go more aggressive, but since it's almost double elixir, I'm going to chill out a second. This guy's a very aggressive deck. I mean, most people tend to have, I guess, aggressive decks at this level, just to try to get as much damage on the tower as possible. And so we're just going to roll out a Witch in the back here. You can't really stop Witch in the back, especially because it just kind of meanders its way up there. And this is a perfect opportunity to probably poison soon. So I will actually go for a poison here. He's going to do that. We can go here and then go Goblin Drill. And now he has to go Valkyrie on either the Witch or the Goblin Drill. And the Goblin Drill is going to get a lot of value here because he has recruits. Not because he has recruits, because it's Evo'd. But having recruits is definitely interesting with a Hog deck. Okay, we're going to go here and then here. And then Barb Barrel. I'm not really liking those. Okay, good. We take out those. Hog, I don't really agree with the Hog opposite lane play there. We will have to go Knight here. I'm going to go Berserker up high. Stop it from getting damage on the tower and maybe take it out early. Okay, nice. It gets that last hit. I'm just going to poison this because I don't really see a reason why not to. And I'll just set up for a Cannon here. We can go with our Witch as well. I mean, we just take out all the counter push there. He doesn't have enough for Hog, so that is really good. We can go here with our Barb Barrel. And yeah, he's in a pretty rough position. We get a really good poison here, being able to take out the Firecracker and all the other stuff. Actually, not take out the Firecracker, but the Witch is on the tower, and that will secure the dub. So yeah, pretty nice deck overall, all things considered. Nice defense, nice offense. I kind of was a little clumsy in the beginning with my overextensions with Goblin Drills, but overall, if I were to say, I like the defense on this deck a lot. I just said that. Double mini tank's definitely nice, but I would probably replace the Berserker or the Knight with a different card. And maybe I would go with Evo Barb Barrel or Hero Barb Barrel, and then have the Knight be some other defensive card that's nice to maybe Spirit, maybe Skeletons, something along that line. But overall, all things considered, I'd say this deck is probably a 9 out of 10. It's really solid overall. And we're going to move right on to the next deck. So the next deck is coming in from Merlin here, who says he likes to use the Evo Skarmy, Dark Goggins, Princess Goblin Hut, Evo Inferno, or Goblin Hut? Oh, Evo Inferno Dragon. I actually set up the deck wrong, as well as the Goblin Barrel that they don't have an Evo with, and then Arrows Bowler Boss Bandit. Now, I actually did set this deck up wrong. I thought you meant Inferno Tower. I was looking at it a little incorrectly, but we will add the Inferno Dragon. Now, one thing I want to say, Evo Inferno Dragon doesn't really fit into the deck all too well. So, one thing I would probably like to see as opposed to the Inferno Dragon is, in this case, I would actually probably just add either a Valkyrie or a Knight. In this case, I'm going to add a Valkyrie to kind of keep the same amount of elixir there. Or you could replace the arrows with Log and then put in Fireball. That's also another option that allows you to get, get some more... I mean, having spells is just always good, but obviously with a bait deck, you usually want to not have too many spells. I also was thinking about going with the... Goblin Gang because that kind of allows us to have more defense, but we already have the Skeleton Army, so I just don't think having a Goblin Gang would be worth it. Now, the Prince is going to get a charge no matter what. I can't really stop that there. He's going to go with that, so I'm just going to go like this, and then Princess the back. That'll take out all the bats. And, yeah, we get a pretty nice defense going here. And the Bowler counter push. Now, I did put the Hero Bowler in this deck, because it's literally just a Princess that has more HP. And he has to immediately go for his Mega Minion here, which actually just isn't going to be able to stop the Bowler, by the way. The Bowler still gets a full 4 shots in the tower. He also used the ability really late, which is 2 elixir, by the way, so that's pretty much just burning elixir out of their pocket. And they don't have arrows, so we will Mega Knight. Okay. That is a card. That is a card in the game. Okay, I'm going to go Valkyrie here. I don't really want that to jump. And since we're back to Valkyrie, it just allows us to get a free counter on the Mega Knight. I'm not going to even, bother arrowsing it because, I mean... Look at our Spear Goblin horde. Look at it, man. We got 4 Spear Goblins going on their way down there to get some damage on the tower. He's going to play a Valkyrie, which isn't going to be enough to stop Goblin Barrel quick enough. And our Goblin Barrel is just going to get a ton of damage there. And our Goblin Hut is still on the board, so I'm actually just going to Princess the back here because we're going to get some Spear Goblins out there, defending the Valkyrie, especially because they're separated by 1 tile, allowing them to just take it out. Into the arrows, I'm going to go in for another Skeleton Army because he definitely doesn't have enough for Mega Knight, so I want to see what the other cards in the deck this person has is, and they're going to use the Mega Minion, which is just not going to be enough to cut it to take out the Skeleton Army there. I think I'm going to Bowler here just because I don't want to have my Dark Goblin get sniped. And yeah, the Bowler's just going to tank for the Mega Minion. We can use the ability here. He's going to go for a Prince, which maybe they're going to go... They have Eagle. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna try to get some other charge, but we have the Skeleton Army, so we can just go here. And he can't even arrows the Skeleton Army now, so it's just gonna shred through everything there. The Valkyrie is the only thing I'm really concerned about, and everything's taken out, so I actually don't have to be concerned about anything here. And they did just use arrows, so actually I'm gonna go double long range card, and then Goblin Barrel, and what do you do? Apparently you just go for another Eagle, is what you do, which in this case is not what you should be doing, but you know what, it's okay. Okay, Rage, that definitely helps their case. Ooh, I actually, not the greatest position, but we do stop the charge, and that just counters everything there, so we're going to have a pretty easy game here. And overall, all things considered, I just lost my tower, all things considered. That's not what I meant to do. Now we actually have to play the game some more, so I guess I'll lock in a little bit more. Not too much. I just gotta do a little bit more damage so we can Valkyrie this, go with Goblin Barrel, use the ability. I mean, overall, just, you can't really, it's just so much pressure, and he's gonna play Mega Knight and just counter all the pressure. So, actually not what I thought was gonna happen, but we can go Skarmy here, take out the Mega Knight before it even gets a chance, and go for another Bowler, and use the ability again. And then he's gonna play Prince. Okay. So this guy's, he's trying to get his trophies. All power to him, but we're just not gonna let that happen. We're gonna go Princess here, and I mean, we're gonna get some damage on the tower. He might Mega Knight. We'll see. Where's the Mega Knight, bro? There it is. And we just have to Bowler this because Bowler full counters this, especially. Oh, it jumped. I was gonna say especially with King Tower active, but it actually jumped. So. There you go, bro. You get to take out our Bowler, but not without, not having any troubles taking out your Mega Knight. I don't, this guy's still spamming me, and I forget he has Eagle him every time. We're gonna go, oh my gosh, Eagle and Mega Knight. It's just a crazy combo, by the way. Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna go Goblin Barrel here, because I don't want my tower to die. And he's just gonna keep spamming spam never stops. The spam literally never stops. Rage, just everything. I mean, just nothing stands a chance, and we can even go in here. Yeah, he just doesn't stop this, especially with the princess there. I mean, you just defend and then attack, and then that guy just has 37 tanks in his deck with the Evo Valkyrie, the Evo Mega Knight, the Knight, Eagle, Bats, Arrow. Just what a crazy deck, by the way. But yeah, that is gonna conclude it for the deck rating. I will give this deck a. I really like the Evo Skarmy, by the way. Evo Skarmy is one of my favorite Evos in the game right now. And I don't really get to use the Goblin Hut too much. But yeah, I'm going to say this deck's probably, it's pretty solid. It's like a 8 out of 10. I mean, it can be countered pretty easily since we don't have much ways of getting damage. But honestly, because it has the Princess and the Bowler just sniping the tower from across the bridge, it's really good. So yeah, 8 out of 10. If you guys like the video, man, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.